Hello, people. So, this is my first orientation day at truck driving school. Look at me, I've got like serious flat hair. I have flat hair syndrome. So I had another hour that I could have stayed over there and done some more computer-based training, but I was on the part where I think I was doing a Qualcomm video, and it just wasn't holding my attention. So I just logged out an hour early. I wanted to come back to my room and just unwind. I am fortunate because my roommate that I had for about 15 minutes was on her way out. So when I came back tonight, I still don't have a roommate. So I got the room to myself again tonight so I can actually unwind a little bit, which I've been looking forward to all day. Plus I want to come back and get some me food. I've been eating Prime's food all day, which isn't bad. You know, they do serve you breakfast, lunch, and dinner for those 4 days that you're here. And, you know, it's okay. But, you know, I wanted chips and salsa and hot tea. Hot decaf green tea. So, I want to come back here and eat some me food. And sit in my me chair, which has got right now my sleeping bag and my comfy blanket. Because it has been a very long, very strenuous day. You know, I got up at 5:30, took my shower, ran over to the cafeteria, had breakfast at 6:30, and you got to be in class by 7. I'd say there was probably 70 people in there, and of them, maybe 5, maybe 6 were female. So what is that, like 5%? I don't know. I don't know percents. But yeah, there weren't a lot of females. So it is pretty much a male-dominated class, group of people. But it's all good. Everybody's super friendly, and everybody's super helpful. I think the first day is probably the roughest, because you got to get your orientation out of the way. Oh, a little spicy. And then you got to go do your, there's 4 parts. That is all paperwork. It's very stressful. It takes a long time. Wow, that was spicy. Sorry, I'll stop eating while videoing. It's just my salsa's so good. I'd say of all of it, the agility test was probably the hardest for me. So ladies, or even, you know, anybody who's maybe been sitting around for a while and is somewhat out of shape, I strongly suggest that you work on your upper body strength. Because I had to hoist some weights today that I certainly wasn't used to, and was an incredible struggle for me. And you hoist the first set, and then you immediately have to hoist 2 more sets. And then if you're going to be flatbed, you got to throw this tarp up on the shelf, a folded tarp. I looked at him like, you got to be kidding. I'm not going to, no, I'm not doing that. So I didn't have to. But I'm not driving flatbed, so. Yeah, that was rough. So definitely work on that upper body strength before you come in. I would strongly suggest that. And then stretch before you go into agility testing. And then drug test, for whatever reason, took so long. How long does it take to pee in a cup, people? I mean, my God, they were in there like 15 minutes each. But you're just peeing in a cup. I went in there, I was in and out in 3 minutes. I don't know, well, probably more like 7 minutes. But, you know, it just doesn't take that long to pee in a cup. And then you go see the nurse, get your eye tested, your eyes tested, your hearing, and all that jazz. Blood pressure, height, weight, all that kind of crap. And then you go actually see a doctor, and he finishes the exam. And then you do your, you go over your application with a fine-tooth comb. I strongly suggest you don't hide anything. You don't hide anything medication-wise or, you know, criminal background type stuff. I wouldn't hide it. You know, I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever. Oh, I said I wasn't going to eat anymore. Sorry. I can't resist. Anyway, that was the worst part. And then the day got a little better, because then you're just doing your computer-based training, which is, you know, computer-based training. There's a lot of it. It takes hours. And the best part of the day was getting in the simulator. Yay! That was actually fun. That was so much fun. But I had to share mine with a dude, and I misunderstood the instructions. I thought he was supposed to stay there and practice till he was perfect. So I was just sitting there for a while. And so, like, he got signed off on it. I didn't, you know. But, you know, try to grab all the time you can on that simulator, because it's the thing that kind of brought me back to, you know, this isn't so bad after all. The actual driving part of it is actually fun. So that's all cool. Then I tried to squeeze in some more computer-based training. But like I said, we come up to the Colquhoun, and I did it for about an hour, and I said, you know, I got to go. One thing I will say, though, I'm glad I got my flu shot. And they have these little hand sanitizer stations everywhere. I use those. I do. I use those. I sanitize myself like crazy. And just not to gross anybody out, but the person sitting next to me, which there was like 6 chairs on this side, 6 chairs on this side, but, you know, he insisted on sitting right next to me. I guess because he kept tapping me on the shoulders, you know, what's this, what's this? Anyway, I looked over, and he was literally nose mining. I mean, his finger was all the way up there, and he was just going at it, you know. And, you know, that one ended up wherever. And then I looked, and he's nose mining again, and he's nose, in between, each time, without washing his hands, he's touching that mouse, working on that computer. So, oh, use your hand sanitizer after you touch anything and everything. Just, I can't stress that enough. And then when he started to tap me on the shoulder, I literally wanted to, like, just, that's probably another reason why I came back to the room an hour early. I just had to peel out of that shirt. I couldn't wear it anymore. I wanted to come home and boil my shoulder. Yeah, so it was a very long day. The first part was stressful, tedious, dull, but it has to be done, you know. I mean, you got to get all that out of the way. Tomorrow is go down and take my, well, I think we learned about logging. Go down and take the permit test for Missouri. And I've been using CDL Prep, which is really excellent. You got to study for all 4 parts: your general, your air brakes, your combo, and your tanker endorsement. You got to go all 4. But they give you lots and lots and lots of tries. I think you can even try it twice in one day. And it's like $55 in Missouri, here in Springfield. But, you know, the shuttle takes you down there, and I think someone even said that, like, you could wait an hour in between and do it again. My overall impression, it's very professional. It's very well organized. They do take very good care of you. But I can see where it's starting to prep me for being over the road with somebody, because you're immediately thrown in with a roommate. Well, you're going to be with a roommate on that truck. You know, I'm learning as I go to constantly, I'm coming back to the room, not constantly, but when I have a chance, I came back to the room and I just unloaded stuff. I like to travel light. So traveling light and being very efficient in what you carry with you is, I'm learning, is very important. I think that's part of the conditioning. Eating food that you may not normally eat at home, that's just something else I'm going to have to get used to, because I could not wait to get back to my room and eat salsa and have hot decaf green tea. It may not be available all the time. So I imagine it's not too easy to eat, you know, salsa while you're going down the road. But when you stop, yeah, you know, if you have a chance to stop somewhere and buy some, if you have a way of keeping cold enough. You know, there's a lot of ifs in there, so a lot of variables. So overall, it's been a positive experience. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came to Prime. I'm having a lot of stories saying that there won't be a instructor on Friday. I'll be very lucky to get one. I've been told by half the people say, I've never heard of such a thing. Of course, you're going out Friday with an instructor. And the other half, or a couple of people anyway, have said, don't, you know, said something about, you know, men don't like to train women because their wives don't like it. And there aren't enough female instructors to go around. So, I don't know. I guess I'll find out Friday, right? Alright, guys. I hope y'all are having a great time tonight. Be safe out there. I'm going to chow down on some more chips and salsa. I'm going to watch a little bit of TV. And just unwind and distress. Peace out.